MyuNgSiK to take this one home and make it into the actual tournament.
Yeah, but to be honest, MyuNgSiK's looking fantastic today. He knows exactly what he needs to do to bop a nervous player in that booth, and he's doing exactly that.
Yeah, next map going to be Expedition Lost. Now this is yet another sort of all-in map from MyuNgSiK as well. We might just see more aggression from him. Journey just seems to be falling apart.
Really does. I would love to see the coach go in there and maybe give him a few words of wisdom, you know, just calm him down a bit. But haven't seen that just yet. MyuNgSiK takes another stick of gum before he goes into the set 3.
Not a bad idea. I kind of like it.
You're like, yeah, it's kind of a good strat.
I like that strat, man.
Yeah.
Helps you focus a little bit more.
Well, guys, let's jump into set number 3 here. It's on Expedition Lost between MyuNgSiK and Journey. Up here in the top right, in the blue, our Protoss player once again playing fantastically. It is MyuNgSiK.
Chewing that gum.
Yep.
Love
Stick
that
number
shit.
3, map number 3.
Yep. Down here in the bottom left, we do have that Terran player down 2 games now, looking at elimination. Journey.
Staring it in the face, and he doesn't like what he sees.
He's almost kissing it at this point, man. One more game, and he's out for yet another season.
Yeah.
This could be is this the last season of Star League for this year?
Good question, actually.
I'm actually not sure. I hope not. Maybe we have like 6 seasons, man.
Based on the timing, I guess it is possible for another season. This is something we probably should know.
It's the last season.
It is the last season. We did just get that piece of information.
So, that's what it all comes down to. This is the last shot for Journey in the Star League, at least. Maybe there's another GSL for him out there, but
last big match, possibly
The
again
last
this
big match.
year.
That's
It's
it.
the last big match.
The very last.
Yeah.
And look at this already. Scouting once again early is MyuNgSiK, making sure nothing tricky is happening. And Journey's got a different build this time. It's going to be gasless, 1 racks expand by the looks of things.
I'm really surprised by the builds here from Journey. I would love, like we said before, for him to just play a very straight up, safe Reaper build, get it out on the map, get that scouting down, you know, make a bunch of barracks, make a bunch of units just so you can survive and at least make it to the mid game versus this Protoss player.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that we are seeing such varied play. You know, when you have players at the top like Maru and Dream that are doing these very specific builds and being aggressive early, setting the pace early against these kind of Protoss. As we have a look at the gum once again.
This is what happens before Legacy of the Void. We spend the early game talking about MyuNgSiK's gum.
Yeah, but I mean, as I was saying, like we're seeing Journey just do these very different builds to all the other players that are having a lot of success right now. And he's not finding any luck with them at all. He's just getting all in again and again.
Yeah. Pretty interesting gas timing from MyuNgSiK. Adds both of them at 15 and then, you know, slowly puts in the probe there. Probes. Nice micro there. He's going to get his Nexus down. And we do see Journey, in fact, going for very meticulous scouting this time at least.
That's good. It's a good thing. Good start. Scouting with Marines is a little dangerous, though, if we do see an early Stalker come out. But luckily for him, none of that. Just an early Mothership.
Yeah.
MyuNgSiK just being greedy this time.
I like it. You know, mix it up at least in the beginning of the game.
We also saw double gas from Journey, so he is going to try for that early attack again. And try and get out that factory, I believe, this time a little bit quicker.
Looks like he's breaking down those rocks, wants to give MyuNgSiK less of a direct path.
Oh, he cannot let this through. There we go. Starts working it.
That would have been a big blunder, man.
That would be the biggest blunder you could ever make.
Probe just waltzes into your base. You've already got 4 or 5 Marines out. It's like, oh, damn.
Yeah, we're seeing a bunch of Marines being made now. Staying away from the add-ons. He just, there we go. There's that reactor. Just make that factory. halftime at this point.
And MyuNgSiK just throwing down a robotics facility for now.
Playing it safe.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't see aggression from him, or maybe we can see some Immortal play.
Yeah, MyuNgSiK's the one player where I'm like, that. I think that's like at least a 40% chance for like an Immortal all-in, just because it's MyuNgSiK.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there.
But let's see. I mean, we were talking about this map being a bit all-in-y in itself just because of that backdoor ice. You can definitely exploit the fact that the Terrans need to use those bunkers to defend, and they're going to need to build it in 2 areas if they want to defend from both sides.
Yeah, and we have seen Immortal as well in the past. You know, kind of do a lot of work on this map if the Terran's not ready. But I'm so happy this time we're actually seeing a Starport go down. Widow Mines being made. We could very well see that 1 Widow Mine, 6 Marine in a Medivac as fast as possible across the map. Start setting that tempo. And finally, maybe we'll see some success from Journey this time.
Yeah, it seems like things are finally beginning to click a bit here for Journey. You know, he even gets that scout down because MyuNgSiK wasn't paying attention to the front of his base. The SCV just waltzes on in there, sees the robotics facility. And like you said, getting that build down, not having any aggression done to him. So he'll be able to set the pace of the game himself.
Yeah, and look at this. Immortals are being made, Valdez. I called it, man. I knew it. He's going to go for an aggression once again.
You're like the Starcraft philosopher, McVade.
That's what I'm all about, man. But look at this. I was a little bit wrong. It's going to be 8 Marine drop instead, and the Observer's just going to miss it. Going to keep that Widow Mine at home. I don't know if I agree with this.
And he's going to fly directly into the vision of the watchtower. So MyuNgSiK should see this coming.
He sees exactly what's coming, and he's like, well, I'm already in my natural. I'm waiting for it.
There are going to be tanks being made, as well as a Raven.
Oh.
That's
so we're going to see a bit of a 1-1-1 style. Maybe he's going to be sieging the back door here. There's actually some really nice places you can put a tank on this map that kind of covers the ramp from the main to the natural. And we have seen that used against Zerg in the past. TY did it against a Zerg player last time we saw it. Maybe we'll see that again. Going to be a little bit trickier on this map, especially when Immortals are already being made. Yeah. It's like the one counter you don't want to deal with.
For sure. And the second MyuNgSiK gets this scout down and sees all those tanks being made, he's going to know exactly what it is. It's just too obvious on the map.
Going to get a pylon. Get out.
Nicely done. We do see a decently fast third base here, actually, from MyuNgSiK.
Interesting.
Feels safe enough to go for that, as well as
Templar Archives.
Yeah, very fast tech, very greedy expanding as well.
That actually might be too greedy for what we have Journey going for right now. I'm sure we're going to see Journey move out pretty soon. He's getting his production up and running. Nearly everything is ready to go. Maybe wait for 1 or 2 more tanks.
Yeah. But look at this. Journey is going to see the third base coming down with a Marine coming over here. He does scout it, not giving away the fact that he knows just yet, not showing that Marine over there. Just may want to go for that push first.
Yep, here we go. Tanks are getting ready. They're dealing with the rocks outside their base. So we have a look at MyuNgSiK's base once again. He's still getting everything up and running. But man, MyuNgSiK is being very greedy this game. He's kind of just freestyling, I think, at this point because he is so far ahead in terms of wins.
I almost get a sense that MyuNgSiK was just like, oh yeah, I'll just play a different style. This is way too easy.
Yeah,
he just mix it up a bit here.
He's playing so loose right now. He's like, you know what? I am going to go for that third. I'm going to go for all the tech I need in the mid game. It works against Journey because Journey's just been so greedy and defensively, and he's kind of been beaten to submission to a point. But I don't think MyuNgSiK's going to be expecting this.
Yeah, I mean, he saw one tank with his observer, and he went into the base, and you could tell he was kind of confused by the observer pathing. But now he knows for sure exactly what this is. He has no more probes than 48. He's stopped there for a very long time. So even though he does have that Nexus, it's not going to be saturated.
Yeah, completely empty. +1 arm is going to finish in a decent amount of time, and the Colossus range should be done before a fight begins.
Yeah, he's also getting a Warp Prison out here, too, and a ton of gateways. So he might go and just delay, try to get that charge out and go for a big warp in behind the army, behind the tanks, and just try to surround it.
Well, here comes the tricky part here. The main is going to be sieged behind this. 3 tanks in great positioning. Oh, he did lose that Raven, though, man. Feedback. What a cheeky play.
Get wrecked, Raven. Get Protoss.
That's the last thing he ever needed. Gonna get these tanks in a better position if he wants to fight Colossus with range as well.
Yeah. You know, maybe some of these buildings will go down. A couple of those gateways already unpowered, but that's about it. I mean, MyuNgSiK will be safe to defend here.
Yeah, I almost argue the fact that maybe he should be going for this third base while MyuNgSik's so distracted in this main. There's more units coming up across the map for Journey as well. Yeah. So maybe he's looking for a reposition here.
Just a bit. We'll see exactly where he decides to go. He is already moving over towards that ice, but no big commitment just yet.
Well, look at this. MyuNgSiK completely out of position for this. So if we actually see Journey set up here and make it up that ramp, things could get pretty ugly.
They definitely could, but keep in mind, Charge is done. He's also researching Storm. Even though Journey's got a great position here, it's going to be hard to really punish MyuNgSiK here.
Oh, look at that.
That is just sick. He's got to be careful about that, though.
Nearly got it. Yeah, down to about 30 HP right now. Problem is these Colossus, they do have range.
Oh, look at this. He's going to come right behind those tanks. Totally unprotected. Going to take down one immediately and just charge down the ramp here. He's totally confident to take this fight.
Not a helpful force field there at all. Doesn't matter there. Going to get every tank. Colossus remain. But I think Journey can transition from here. He doesn't have to just completely commit to this attack. And look at that. He's so far ahead in supply right now. His third base is up and running and saturated.
Yeah. For sure. He's going to now try to hit onto this third base. He's even got a Ghost Academy out here. Somehow he was able to sneak that in.
Looks like he's looking for some aggression on that third base if everything's out of position. And it's damn good that he made that Ghost Academy, by the way, because there are so many Templar out right now.
Yeah, 5 of them already out on the map. They've been there for a while, gathering up that energy. Storm is done by now.
Yep. It's up and running. It's just about if he can get the EMPs, if he has the Ghosts, or just get on top of them.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's going to do some more damage in the main.
Oh! But a big storm there, but a really nice split. Really nice response here from Journey, not committing too much just yet. Just trying to snipe out some of those high Templar. He gets one of them. Now he's going to take down 2 gateways right away.
Oh, he's attacking the third base at the same time. Great run by.
Where's the army of MyuNgSiK?
He's like chasing it, but he just got maneuvered completely out of position, and he's going to get this Nexus.
Yep. Should be able to. There he goes. He's going to commit to it and just boost away. Totally fine. Blink is not yet done. We're finally seeing the form of Journey come into play here in the mid-game.
He's not getting cheesed out this one time. He's got to be careful of so many storms there. Man, that is a lot of Templar with a lot of energy. 6 Templar. Each have at least 1 storm. Yeah. He needs his Ghosts.
He's finally beginning to get them. A nice little bit of counter-harass here from MyuNgSiK to try to take the pressure off of him. This is going to work a bit. In fact, Journey moving his entire army back. Just try to reposition here a bit in the middle of the map.
+2 armor is finishing up as well from MyuNgSiK, so he's going to have a little bit of an advantage in terms of upgrades until that +2 attack for the bio finishes. There's just not much AoE outside of these storms, so if there's a good EMP, it could be a game ender.
The amount of scans that continue to take out Observer after Observer is really, really impressive here from Journey.
I actually think it's so important at this point too. You know, the last thing you need is a surprise storm on your army. If you can find where everything is as you move along, you have such a good positional advantage. And I think it's all about positioning at this point. When you're dancing Ghosts versus Templar, nothing else matters.
Yeah, it really is. And we, in fact, see Journey dancing along that edge, you know, just trying to take down unit after unit. MyuNgSiK keeps sending out Zealot to scout just because he only has 1 Observer at this point. So many have been taken down.
Look at that supply lead as well for Journey right now. He's up 40 supply. It's just about finding the fight. One or a couple of storms just changes everything. Doesn't really matter about that much of a supply difference if all your units are in the red.
If Journey gets taken by surprise, like you said before, and gets hit by a couple of really key storms, this could very easily turn into an even fight. But here we go. Ghost coming in. 2 huge EMPs come down, and a lot of snipes onto all the high Templar.
You got every single one. There's none left. More coming up the ramp from the natural here. You might need a couple more EMPs to get the job done.
I think he really does, and that one was pretty key. There are some storms left over, though.
This might not be enough. Oh, he's getting back. Everything is in the red now. Just enough storms.
Wow.
And that's all it took.
just barely enough to hold on here from MyuNgSiK. Journey still ahead in supply, but as we said before, the Protoss has got every piece of tech that he would want by now. And he's doing a good job with those storms, even though the EMPs are hitting.
Yeah. Kind of a big mistake from Journey is not scanning his army before he makes a move, because there's been an observer sitting on top of his ghosts that whole fight long.
Yeah.
So he never had the element of surprise. He's not even going to have the element of surprise when it comes to this drop that's going to the left of the map, because the observer saw everything as well, which is why we see a bunch of Stalkers moving around that area.
Yeah, he's got to be so careful. You snipe a couple medevacs here, immediately MyuNgSiK is right back in this game, but a really nice scan is going to catch all those Stalkers, and he'll immediately drop everything out of the medevacs.
Very smartly so. And that army, that small army of MyuNgSiK is actually moving forward. This could be a big mistake, because that is not enough to fight this army.
Yeah, I don't know about this. There's a lot of bio, but look at those storms. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he whipped his EMP in a big way.
And you know what? There's only 4 Vikings in the air, and those get hit by the storms as well as the high number of Stalkers that MyuNgSiK has had. And, I mean, MyuNgSiK definitely going to have to recognize that, maybe make a couple more Colossi.
Wouldn't be a bad choice, right?
At the same time, the macro of Journey has been really on point, just consistently getting out a pretty huge army coming across the map. +3 is about to finish up for him, as well as Cloak for his Ghost.
Yeah, that's going to be a big move. So long as he keeps on top of his scans, he gets rid of all these observers on the map. And his +3 just finished, which is going to give him the edge once again.
Ooh, nice. Bait that out, take out that Widow Mine. Journey deciding to take the space over to the left side just because his right side base did get sniped out by MyuNgSiK.
Yeah, Journey has such an advantage once again in army supply. It's just about finding that one fight to end the game. And, you know, we do see MyuNgSiK completely out of position here. If he goes for the main right now, he's not going to be there before the main is completely sacked. As long as he stims his way in. There's 2 fresh Templar there as well. Not enough energy for storms just yet.
Yeah, MyuNgSiK desperately trying to delay here, throws down the time warp. Here come the storms. They're not very good.
Oh, nice EMP on that second Templar as well.
MyuNgSiK wants to come from behind, in fact, and trap this army, but already the Colossi taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, not a good position at all. He's kind of desperate at this point. Nice spread as well from Journey, but is it actually enough?
I'm not sure. You know, a couple of really key storms, and he actually did, you know, come from both sides onto that Terran army.
Resetting the supply counts. They're actually even in supply now, and those medivacs are going to get picked up.
Yeah, there was a time where Journey only had 1 Ghost, and I'm not sure the EMPs were on point. These Colossi have survived for so long. They're so low, but they have all their shields, mostly.
Let me have a look at these kills. Actually, not that many. Oh, so 1 has 31 kills. All right. All right, so one has lived the longest. He's done the job he has to.
If you'll notice, in fact, I was kind of complimenting the macro here of Journey before, but now I think it's kind of slipping, in fact, because he's only had 2 ghosts for a very long time. He's never remade his Viking count. MyuNgSiK has identified this. He was making those Colossi before his robotics got sniped. He's got 3 still on the field.
It's still such a small army when you look at it with MyuNgSiKs right now. It's like 3 Colossus, a handful of Stalkers and Zealots. Now with a couple of Templar, it gets a little bit more scary, but still, like, I feel like a Terran player like Maru would just attack it with pure bio and he'd be happy.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't make a difference to him.
This is like Maru's key army minus that 1 Viking. You know what I mean? Like, take out the Viking and this is Maru we're watching. But
well, he wouldn't even have ghosts.
Yeah, no ghosts either.
He'd actually just have Marauders, and he'd somehow make it work.
That is one thing that Journey is kind of skimping on because he is making those, I guess, units, the Ghost Vikings.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of a big mistake as well when you look at his armies. And, I mean, the Storms are just doing too much damage to this army as well. Nice EMP here, there. This could be the fight he's been looking for.
Yeah, but a lot of the Colossi survive. There's nothing to kill the Colossi in the back, and some Templar do survive.
Oh, they actually managed to get one with enough energy for a Storm as well. There should be enough from Journey to kill him. It should be enough. Those Colossus, 2 of them are in red, and there's not really many Zealots at all to buffer for the rest of these units, but nice positioning as well. He's going to get this 4th base.
That's pretty huge, because if you notice at the same time, Journey getting a gold base as well as that 4th base that he had, I think MyuNgSiK may want to take one big fight and possibly just kill Journey here.
Yeah, it might be his only chance left now. I'd like to go for one big counterattack after a great fight, but look at this, a sandwich coming from both sides here, and then maybe just enough to get rid of this army. It's hard to say.
Really is hard to say. Once again, these Colossi surviving for so long, but not much else to support them. But a lot of Warpins coming in here. He's got a bunch of Archons in his army right now. 3 of them. 2 Colossi survive. Now MyuNgSiK is going on the aggression.
He had to make enough Vikings to deal with these Colossus. It's actually ridiculous how long they've lasted during these fights.
Yeah.
They
he
just
was
never go down.
Barely able to take down one.
One of their Colossus has 45 kills. And they ain't SCV kills. These are bio kills.
Yeah, those are all Marine Marauders and Ghosts.
This is just like the poor positioning from Journey and like the lack of counter to this era.
And now he's got no Ghosts. Look at all these High Templar in the back. He's got 5 of them. Huge storms are coming down. He's finally able to take down one of the Colossi.
That's one. It is a planetary, so it does have survivability on it. And maybe that one last Colossus goes down. Still, big storm.
I don't like this attack on the planetary. I think that was too risky.
Yeah, that was a little ambitious there. He's going to lose a couple of Archons for free as well in the back.
Does he not know about the gold? Because it's an orbital. It's sitting there with absolutely no defense. He could have easily gone over there. He was blocking off the Terran army from defending it.
Well, he's got to be careful here. We got to see Journey get his army together and be ready for a fight. One Storm's going to make a mess of this. There's no medivacs on top of that one tick left in the natural either. But maybe finally MyuNgSiK is running out of steam.
You know, maybe. I'll say maybe, because he does have that 4th base coming up.
Oh, he's leading with the bio. He needs to put those Hellbats in front at least.
Yeah.
He's got to spread out a little bit more. He's got to do the concave. Maru showed us time and time again how important these concaves are against this kind of armies.
Yep. Really has. MyuNgSiK, though, just trying to go for it, it seems. He doesn't know about the gold base still. He has not scouted it. The Observer did show us. He thinks he's farther ahead than he actually is.
Yeah, he thinks he's got Journey on the ropes right now, but Journey's just biding his time, making the army. He needs to finish this army off.
Yeah. Big storm there on the ramp. A lot of Marines going down and a good storm in the back, but is there enough Protoss here to deal with this?
Oh, I think this finally might be the time that Journey wins the fight. He's got to get these bio out of here. The Archon's not going to commit to a fight there.
This is an incredibly scrappy game.
So scrappy considering the advantage that we do see from Journey, right?
Yeah, it's like he just can't
close,
use that advantage. It's like he almost doesn't know how.
He doesn't know how to close.
And MyuNgSiK is just unaware right now. He's finally going to scout the gold base.
It's going to make him so sad. He's going to finally realize why this game has been so hard despite the amount of victories he's had in terms of fights.
Yeah. And he once again tries to go for that planetary, gives up on it, thankfully here.
Oh, good storm dodging there.
Yeah, but still, just not that many Marines left over, and the storms eventually catch up to them.
This is actually insane. He's going to sack the gold now, and maybe MyuNgSiK can find a way back in, because he does have that 4th base up and running again.
Yeah, I think he will be able to. He's going to be able to take out this gold, and he just consistently has enough storms for Journey. Journey has 2 Marauders and 20 Marines. There's no way he can survive that many storms.
No. He actually has too many Marines, and he's always had too many Marines in these fights. He's just lacking in the right composition a lot of the time.
And now look at this. MyuNgSiK's like, well, I killed all the Vikings. It's been a long time. I've got my 4th base up. I can afford Colossi. I've taken out your gold base. Here we go, Colossi production once again. And with the low amounts of Marauders that he has, there's no way Journey's going to be able to deal with that.
No, I do like this counter-attacking, though, and it's probably something that he should be doing this whole game as well, is sending out random drops during all this aggression.
You know, an 8 Marine drop, 1 medevac could do so much damage on one of these unprotected bases.
Yeah, this base had no pylon. It literally had no pylon around it. You could actually drop there, and you would just kill it. You'd sack it.
And it seems like MyuNgSiK kind of wants to go for a bit of a base trade here. He wants to go for the production at least. Wants to take that out. Going to try to bust this ramp.
This could be a good fight for Journey once again. It is a pretty melee-based army with the Archons and Zealots here.
Yeah.
So long as he doesn't take any bad storms, maybe the SimCity can work in his favor.
Look at this. Back at home, MyuNgSiK's at least got this Colossus doing a bunch of damage. But it's got no support. It should be able to go down now.
Yeah, there we go. He might be able to get rid of his 3rd base, but he's not making use of his army there. There we go. Repositioning.
I think MyuNgSiK going up that ramp was not a good idea. I think he should have taken out the planetary, gone back, defended his base.
Oh, I thought that had a storm. If that had a storm, he could have wiped that most of his army out.
The probe's fighting.
The probe's fighting.
defending their third base.
He lost a lot of them too, which is probably not the thing you want right now.
No, he needs those probes. He's only got 33. He no longer has his fourth base. The third one is the only one that's mining.
Pay attention, Journey. You cannot be affording to lose units at this point in the game.
And he's not dropping anything. He's just kind of freaking out. He's just running away.
Oh, man. He should have kept him up there as well, you know, so he can redrop that third. I mean, he had such a great advantage at one point. Maybe he can fight it here. The Storms aren't together with this army.
Yeah, but if he can land like 3 or 4 good Storms. Well, Journey does finally have some Ghosts back in his mix.
Yeah, but there's an Observer sitting on top of them as well.
Yeah,
So
that is true.
He's got to get rid of him. It's too many Marines for this kind of fight. Oh, but he gets the MP and the snipes, but 2 more at the back. They do have 2 Storms each. These Widowmines, I like them.
Yeah, I really like this heavy Widowmine count against this many Zealots. The EMP goes off right before the Widowmine hits. A bunch of snipes coming down now. And Journey just trying to hold on, fighting with his SCVs at the same time. MyuNgSiK right now long distance mining from his old fourth base.
He's desperate here. He's got to get that perfect storm. So all he needs now is that perfect storm. These Marines, they're out of healing as well. The medivac's are dry. Oh, that one storm whips completely. Yeah. This could be the time.
This could be it. You know, he's got a ton of bio here. Not many Marauders, but it may not matter. The army right now of MyuNgSiK is not that great. He doesn't really have any AoE. He's got 2 Archons and 1 High Templar.
1 High Templar with 1 Storm. Is it the money Storm? I don't think so. Not
even with the money Storm at this point, it may not be enough.
Yeah, well, we've seen all these fights go pretty horribly already for Journey, but it looks like they're going to get rid of half the army before the Storm goes down, and there's the rest of it.
Well, not much left over here from MyuNgSiK. You can see the supply difference right now. Journey, I think, has realized it. It's the economy of MyuNgSiK falling out from underneath him. That big counterattack from Journey was enough. Take it out. Now he's closing in on MyuNgSiK, taking out unit by unit, takes down the last Archon.
There's another Templar, but I don't think it has enough energy currently. Just a little short. Journey, you know, he's kind of got this game won at this point. It's just about him making the right moves to finish it off. Like we've seen it a few times already this game.
I mean, to be honest, Mara would have ended this game like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, actually 20 minutes ago, let's be real. Yeah. But here we go. Should be the last stand from MyuNgSiK.
I think that's going to be it. Just nothing left over. That was the last of his army. GG, Journey finally takes the map.
Woo.
And what a crazy game that was.
Yeah, that one will get your sweat going, get that heart rate up. Journey, but he finally found it. Maybe he can rally from here. 2 more wins will get him out of Challenger.
You know, he didn't even look that happy after that. Legends in here, he's like, I can't believe you didn't tell me you didn't have any gun left over. And he hands him another pack.
Thank goodness for that.
So, going to go into map number 4, I believe.
It's going to be Eco. It's going to be Eco, Brennan. Eco. But I think we might have a break.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a small 3-minute break, guys. When we come back, map number 4.